I'm joined Thinking Thursday by Nathan Corden, one day before the reopening of Oxford's. Nathan, seen the first open race card. I don't think it's very unkind to say it hasn't really come up to expectations, has it? For a start, there were only 8, and also the calibre in some of those opens isn't really that special.
No, it isn't really, and to be honest, it's we were looking at a soft launch, so in a roundabout way, we have got that. But having spoken to a lot of people, open race trainers, they had Romford on, they've got the Puppy Cup coming up there, so they were trialing down there on Friday, running there on Friday. You've got the Yarmouth Derby on as well at the moment. You've got the St Ledger coming up as well, so it's a very, very busy schedule. And I think as well, people were just, they want to come and have a trial. We've been full on with trials for local dogs at the moment, and trying to get them the 2 grading trials on. And I think because we've moved the dates back a little bit, people just wanted to wait and see. I'm very confident once we're up and running that Friday nights will be a very popular open race night at Oxford.
I absolutely agree, and whatever the setback, nobody should read it as this isn't what everybody said it is, because it is. It absolutely is, and I think when people turn up, they will see how fabulous the place is. We had a conversation last week, which never actually got in terms of getting on the website, talking about the competitions that you've got planned. Because obviously, had the track opened 3 or 4 months ago, then there was going to be quite an extensive list. Now you're fighting time and everything else for this year, and of course you've got next year as well. What's the situation in terms of the major competitions?
Yeah, so we've applied for 2 category 1s for this year, for the remainder of the year. We've got 1 approved already, which is a Puppy Cup in October. So that'll be a £10,000 to the winner. And we are still waiting to hear back from the GBGB Open Race Planning Committee regarding our other one, which we plan to stage in December. And the plan is to do a £10,000 to the winner 650 race.
Okay, and then what's the situation for next year?
For next year, I think at the moment we're looking at probably 6 category 1 races. Obviously, the main pool will be the Pall Mall, which, looking at a calendar, we think it would have to go after the Derby. But the stadium bookmakers are going to be sponsoring that, and they've committed to a £20,000 first prize for that, which will be fantastic. The Pall Mall was always a great race. Traditionally, it was always in March, pre-Derby and pre-Scottish Derby back in the days. But I just don't think we will be able to put it into that slot just because of what else is on at that time.
Yes, definitely so. I mean, the Pall Mall's floated anyway, hasn't it? Different distances, different tracks. So I suppose that would be a big issue. And I seem to recall you saying that you thought that the hardest things to actually place were going to be puppy competitions.
Yeah, I think the places, the whole calendar is congested. So we now look at. So you've got from July onwards, you've got the Juvenile Classic at Towcester. August will be the Puppy Classic at Nottingham, Puppy Cup in September at Romford. We've just put this one into October now. I would like to move that because we're hoping to probably put another puppy race on at Towcester in October. And then you've got the Puppy Oaks at Towcester in November and the Puppy Derby in December at Towcester as well. So you then look at, right, what have you got in the early part of the year? January, there probably isn't anything. February, I think is it
When's Sheffield's one? Because Sheffield have put theirs back, haven't they?
Yeah, so again, they're looking for the early part of next year as well, because again, that is the only place to put it. You've got March, the Monmore one, April. There is another biggish one, or I think is it February where you got the Newcastle one, the Northern Puppy. So April, May time. And potentially June, you can potentially do something, but whether we would do something in June to clash with the Derby, I don't think we would.
No, I guess the only, if you're looking to put a positive line on it, I guess the good thing is for trainers, it's not going to be a case of I realise we're dealing in different distances, but basically it's for trainers, you can say if you're buying good young dogs, there should nearly always be something to go for to compete in puppy company.
100%. And like you say, there will be different distances ranging from sort of 400 to 500 all throughout the year. So, you know, they should get a good crack of the whip with a decent pup.
And while I've got you on, I want to talk to you about sales. What's the story?
Yes. Our first one at Oxford is Tuesday, the 13th of September. Unbelievable entry so far. I'm probably not getting them in until the weekend, but already got 90 plus entries. And you know, normally we do 40 to 44 dogs. We're going to do Oxford at 50, just because it's a new venue and there is a huge demand for dogs. Everyone I speak to keeps asking me, when is it? When is it? So we'll do 50 dogs, but yeah, literally I could do a 2-day sale there. You know, we're going to have to disappoint 40 to 50 entries and try and move them on to the next one, which is Toaster in October, and potentially Yarmouth in November.
Wonderful. And to conclude then, see you at Oxford on Friday, yeah?
I will be there for the first night, yeah. So looking forward to it. I mean, Oxford was always a great track. The atmosphere was always good, and sort of being there over the last sort of 6-9 months, watch it develop. I think it's going to be a special place again. You know, the whole track, the whole grandstand. You know, just the goodwill from local people. Everybody wants to come, so I think it'll be a cracking night.
I think so, and as I said, I think people will be surprised on how much better it is even than the old Oxford, because that's quite clear as soon as you visit the place, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. You know, everything about it. To be fair to Kevin, he hasn't really sort of spared any expense on that. The branding looks brilliant all around the track, and you know, just if you stand up inside the grandstand, you know, it's a lovely old-fashioned sort of tiered restaurant viewing gallery. You can see all the track from there, and you know, it takes you back to the good old days.